Dave Chappelle quotes. I'm cool with failing as long as I know that there are people around me that love me unconditionally. The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody is watching. You know you must be doing something right if old people like you. Weed is the cure for racism. Do you want to end racism in America? Legalize marijuana, and watch how many people just want to chill the fuck out. You can't get mad at somebody for being who they are, even if it offends you. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. The best way to end racism is to stop talking about it. The only way to deal with these people is to be better than them. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. If you can make it funny, you can make it true. There's a difference between being offended and being inconvenienced. People need to learn that. I'm not a pessimist. I'm just a well-informed optimist. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy. It's dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. I don't make jokes to be funny. I make jokes to be free. We're all living in this crazy, messed up world together. We might as well laugh about it. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. This quote is a reference to a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, which Chappelle has used in his comedy routines to highlight the importance of speaking up against injustice. Sometimes you have to be a lion so you can be the lamb you really are. Being honest might not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. You can't be woke and cancel culture at the same time. They don't go together. I'm not a hater, I'm a celebrator. If you can't celebrate people, how can you get mad at them? The hardest thing about being famous is that people are always nice to you, even when you're an asshole. Comedy is the art of making people laugh at the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. If you're too afraid to speak your mind, then you're not living, you're just existing. It's not about what's right or wrong, it's about what's funny. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease for pain. Fear is the mind killer. Comedy is the mind killer. Let go of fear and be willing to laugh at anything. There's a thin line between irreverence and disrespect, and I ride that line every day. Comedy is a tool for truth-telling. It's a way to speak the truth without getting killed. We're all flawed, but that's what makes us human, and it's what makes comedy so relatable. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. But it also doesn't mean we should be afraid to speak our minds. Comedy should make you think, not just laugh. It should challenge your perspective and open your mind. I think people talk too much about race. We're all human beings, and I just hope that someday we can all see each other that way. Comedy is a great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are, if it's funny, it's funny. The beauty of comedy is that it can make the unbearable bearable. As a comedian, my job is to point out the absurdities in society, and sometimes the truth is absurd. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to be funny. And sometimes, the truth is funny. Comedy is the weapon of the powerless against the powerful. The best comedy comes from a place of truth and authenticity. That's when it resonates with people. Laughter is the language of the soul. It's a universal way to connect with people. In comedy, there are no sacred cows. Everything is fair game. The purpose of comedy is to make people think, even if it's uncomfortable. I'm not afraid to be provocative. I think it's important to challenge people's beliefs and make them think. Comedy should be a reflection of society, and sometimes society needs a mirror held up to its face. Comedy is a way to shine a light on the absurdities of life and find humor in even the darkest places. As a comedian, my job is not to be politically correct, but to be funny and truthful. Comedy is a way to speak truth to power, to challenge the status quo, and to make the world a better place. I don't want to live in a world where people are afraid to laugh. Comedy is like a scalpel, and I use it to dissect the absurdities of life. If you're not offending somebody, you're probably not saying anything important. Comedy is a way to bridge divides and bring people from different backgrounds together. I'm not interested in being politically correct. I'm interested in being truthful. Comedy is an art form that pushes boundaries, challenges conventions, and sparks conversation. The best jokes come from a place of truth, and sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. Comedy is a way to process pain and find healing through laughter. I believe in the power of laughter to heal, educate, and bring about positive change. Comedy is a mirror that reflects society back to itself, and sometimes the reflection is hilarious. I don't want to be safe in my comedy. I want to take risks and push the envelope. Comedy is a way to speak up for those who are marginalized and give voice to the voiceless. The best comedians are truth tellers who use humor to illuminate the world's injustices. Comedy has the power to challenge the status quo, question authority, and inspire social change. I want my comedy to make people think, to question their assumptions, and to see the world in a new light.